Three bald guys sit down for a chat over a few beers. Debate channel Agree2Disagree loses a blinder and gains a Keelah. We have a new Ranty. And Ilya Moon breaks her silence. Again, these stories and more today as the plot thickens. Today's show is brought to you by channel members and patrons alike. To contribute to this show, hit that join button or head over to www.patreon.com/theplothole1. That's the number one, not the loneliest number you can ever do. Rack focus. Good afternoon, everyone. Johnny O from the Plot Hole. Let's get our fingers all up in the pulse of the community. Three bald guys walk into a bar. Two are former flat earthers, and one is a current cat. This isn't a joke. Well, maybe a little. But former flat earther and conspiracy theorist turned science and history enthusiast Seek Truth, Speak Truth invited recently converted flat earther Ranty on for a chat. Oh, and there was some baldy conspiracy Catz guy on there too. No idea why.
Well, to be honest, maybe if it had been the other way around, you wouldn't have saved Catz from becoming a flat earther like I did. You know, there was a couple of months ago, he was wavering. He was literally on the fence. He nearly went down the rabbit hole himself, I'm telling you. And I had to bring something to his, I saved him with the image.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was close call there for a while. It really was. I remember I kicked over a glass of water and it kind of like over the kitchen floor, and I thought, oh my God, I've been wrong all along. Look at the water.
With the many advances in science and the overwhelming evidence, I mean, forget the fact that it's an objective fact. This should be the first of many similar meetings. Baldy Catz or conspiracy Catz, maybe he should just go by Flat Earth Slayer Catz, has been instrumental in converting both Seek Truth, Speak Truth, and Ranty. This is why so many flat earthers have continued their fights against the anti-science movement. Perhaps they should all take a page from the bald Catz, you know what I mean. Not to be outdone by Seek Truth, Speak Truth, Conspiracy Catz took to his other platform, Agree2Disagree, in order to clear the air about the Creaky Blinder beef and announce a new co-host. Spoiler alert, there's no beef between the two. Creaky Blinder just wanted to focus on his own channel.
I don't know if that worked. I have absolutely no idea until somebody in the chat tells us whether you can see me or hear me or what. We're on a brand new streaming software. Melon it's called. I don't know anything about it. Thank you, Creaky Blinder, for setting us up with the account, though. And while I'm checking out in the chat, let's address what everyone's going to want to know about. And that is, where is the main man himself? Tassie Vogel, Catz can't take, that is true. Where is the main man himself, Creaky Blinder? Listen, if you've been following the channel for a while, hopefully you've seen the community post we put out. Creaky Blinder is an absolute legend. He's a friend of mine online. He's a friend of mine offline. We get on really well. There's been no falling out. The truth is, Creaky Blinder's channel is exploding at the minute, and he wants to spend his time doing the stuff that he enjoys most, which is the kind of content he puts out on his channel. So he's decided to take a sidestep from Agree2Disagree and concentrate on his own channel, and I wish him all the best. There's been no falling out. There's been no hostile takeover. If you have been a channel member, we appreciate that the change in dynamic, and I'll introduce the next host in a minute, but we appreciate that change in dynamic might make you not want to be anymore. I don't know. So we've cancelled the memberships. We've shut the Patreon down. None of that exists anymore. And this is our relaunch. But Creaky Blinder, hope you're watching, mate. He's an absolute legend, and best luck to you with everything you do. I'm sure we'll get him on here for a chat in the near future. So now we were looking around for a co-host who has the ethos of Agree2Disagree. Somebody that doesn't want to have dumpster fire debate. Somebody who understands what a debate should be. Somebody who's committed to, as committed as we are, to having one person speak and the other person listen and keep things as civil as possible. And we have found somebody with a really good history in debating. And you know what? Let's just bring them on. Here we go. So our new co-host, the new Creaky, is going to be... Hello!
Hey people! The new Creaky. That's no pressure at all. You're not setting me up for failure here at all.
But you're the old. Well, what do you want? The new Creaky or the old Crafty? Like, what would you rather have?
With Crafty Keelah joining the Agree2Disagree debate platform, many other debate channels, like the Plot Hole, will have a difficult time booking good debates. Look out, James. They're coming for you. Ha ha. Hee hee. Ho ho. To the funny farm, where life is beautiful all the time, and I'm not salty at all. Sorry. I'm not afraid. Not afraid. Not at all. No. In all seriousness, Catz and Keelah will both provide an excellent debate format and a show for everyone to enjoy. I look forward to to observing the debates on their channel. No, I didn't just invite myself onto the show. Speaking of debates, be sure to tune in to Fight the Flat Earth's channel this Thursday, where I will be moderating a debate between Craig and a Flat Earther. This ought to be fun. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you enjoying the show? Of course you are. Then why haven't you clicked that like button? Go on, click it. Have you subscribed? No? Well, what are you waiting for? Be sure to tickle that bell too, that way you get notified every time a new video comes out. While you're here, check out all the membership options, the merch store, PayPal links, all that is in the description box. Can't afford any of that? That's okay. A simple like, share, and subscribe is all the support I need, and it's greatly appreciated. Remember, if you build it, they will come. Former Flat Earther, that's fun to say. Former Flat Earther Ranty has a new channel for him to speak on his adventures in reality.
The globe does not exist in this flirt club, does it?
No, Ranty!
Evidence does not exist in this flirt club, does it?
No, Ranty!
Defeat does not exist in this flirt club, does it?
No, Ranty!
The globe does not exist in this flirt club, does it?
No, Ranty!
Evidence does not exist in this flirt club, does it?
No, Ranty!
Defeat does not exist in this flirt club, does it?
No, Ranty!
Prepare!
Did I say reality? I'm in a Cobra Kai dojo that's gonna get some sort of training from John Kreese. Good luck with that, Ranty. Good luck with your future ventures, Ranty. Hopefully you can do as Seek Truth, Speak Truth has done and serve as a beacon and an ambassador for other flat earthers who want to come back to reality. In our final story tonight, we take a look at the mess that is Ilya Moon. Now, I know I said I wouldn't comment on this story anymore, but with her recent appearance on Crafty Keelah's channel, I just had to update you all.
Last Thursday, I said on my stream that if Ilya wanted to talk to me, that I would be fair. I reached out and I invited her on. And so I am delighted that she has accepted, because a lot of us need to hear directly from her what was going on in her head, and she deserves her say. So with that, hello, Kim.
Ilya Moon proceeded to take every opportunity in order to lie, manipulate, deflect, and mislead.
The reason I decided to come on with you specifically is because when you emailed me, you seemed very sincere and genuine that you wanted to work past this and have a real conversation, so that way not only you could move on in peace, but you seem to care about, honestly, my well-being, and that meant a lot to me. Yes, refunds have been issued across the board, and not just from the GoFundMe perspective, but also anyone who donated via Super Chats that were PayPal to me or by PayPal itself has also been refunded. I made a lot of mistakes last year. I'm not proud of the person I became. There was a lot going on in my life last year. And this is not going to be some woe is me, I'm the victim, feel sorry for me type of conversation. But I want to give some perspective on some things that happened.
After making the statement about this not being a woe is me stream, Moon continued and proceeded to make this a woe is me stream. I have confirmed through multiple sources that refunds have been issued, so she isn't full of shit about that one. The stream went on and Ilya continued to serve up just layers of horseshit after layers of horseshit. Moon continued to provide excuse after excuse in order to subvert responsibility for her behavior.
At the time, I was really, really, really heartbroken that anyone would question me about something so severe. But then again, here I am coming on to talk about how I lied about a fundraiser. So I guess it's not far-fetched to think that people fall. So when things started happening with Keelah and I, where we were arguing and there was our issues that were going on, I wanted it to go away. I just wanted it to go away. More than anything, I wanted it to go away. I didn't want to argue anymore. I didn't want to have the fighting anymore. I didn't want any of it. I just wanted it to go away and move on. That's all I wanted. And around that same time is when I made a big mistake and I slept with someone who was a part of the community that I shouldn't have slept with. And all of it tied together led me to this path of, well, if I do this, then the focus will be off of these things. And then I don't have to face these things. I can just move on. So I want to make a couple of things very clear. I did have a tumor at one time. I did legitimately have a medical issue with a tumor where I had to get treatment. The problem is that I lied about the timing. It wasn't last year. Now, with that said, when this was all going on and I wanted to avoid things, I didn't want to have to deal with what Crafty at the time was saying, and I didn't want to deal with all the backlash from everything, and I didn't want to deal with the fact that I screwed up and slept with somebody, and I didn't want to deal with any of it. For whatever reason, my brain thought, well, I'll just tell people I'm sick and we'll move on. And then maybe everybody will just leave me alone. At the time, there was no intent to even do a fundraiser. At the time, it was just, I wanted everybody to just, I just wanted to not deal with it all. And then, of course, people who cared about me genuinely, who felt genuinely bad and really thought this, pushed me, they were like, well, let's do a fundraiser for you. That's no excuse. It's not their fault. They were being caring friends. They wanted to help me. And their only way to do that was that way. So I gave in when I shouldn't have.
Moon further doubled down by pushing the fundraiser idea onto her former co-host with Sit Down with the Bunkers. Crafty Keelah performed excellently as she dissected all of Moon's answers. Keelah asked the important questions.
So the first question that I have, and it's the first question on everybody's mind. Why cancer? When you knew how much it costs, first of all, because you claim you had a tumor beforehand. Why did you think specifically? You could have chosen anything to say that you were sick. Why did you choose cancer when you knew so many in the community had been fucking devastated by that disease? Why did you choose cancer? That's what's on everyone's mind. Why did you do this?
The choosing of what I said at the time, I don't even know that I can give you any satisfactory response. At the time, I just blurted out whatever came to my head, and that's just the truth. And it wasn't well planned out. It's not like I don't know. I just blurted out whatever came to my mind in the moment, and that's what hit me, and that's what I said. I know that that's probably not satisfactory, but it's honest.
I can tell you right now that Moon didn't just accidentally land on cancer. This was a well thought out manipulation. Moon chose cancer because she knew the majority of the people in the community have been affected by cancer in one way, shape, or form. She knew that she could pull in the sympathy heartstrings easily with the cancer diagnosis.
So again, I ask, why? What was the motivation?
It was never the money. You're right. It was never about the money. It was about avoidance. I didn't want to face the demons, quote unquote, figuratively speaking, that were around the situation with you and the situation with the person I slept with.
And she can say it wasn't about money all she wants, and that may be true, but the simple fact is she stole money from people through her fraudulent fundraiser. Do I think this is the last we've heard or seen from Ilya Moon? No. I'm sure that she'll weasel her way back into some corner of the internet in order to feed her narcissistic needs. It's a shame, really. Had she simply come to the community with an honest story, she would have had a real support system around her. And that's today's news. With Mental Health Awareness Month in full swing, I wanted to take this opportunity to remind everyone that someone is always there. Be it me, your local healthcare facility, a friend, a family member, whatever. You don't have to face your afflictions alone. You aren't weak or worthless or a burden for reaching out for help. To those of you who may receive a call from someone and aren't able to or don't feel confident in helping, that doesn't make you a bad person either. Simply explain your situation and then help that person find someone who can help them. Taking a second to listen to a friend might just be all the help that they really need. As always, I'm Johnny O, and I'll be sure to keep you updated as the plot thickens.